You're watching CBS7 News at 9 on the CW and live on the CBS7 YouTube channel with Alexandra, Macia, and Tom Teeper-Teller.
It wasn't even a choice. You just go into instinct mode. You know, it wasn't like I decided what to do. I just did what I had to do. And I think there were a lot of us who, you know, there's nothing heroic about any of it. It's just survival mode. You know, instinct takes over. And
the number of confirmed deaths from the Maui wildfires keeps growing. It's already the deadliest U.S. wildfire in over a century, and at least 2,000 buildings were damaged or destroyed in West Maui. How a group of Midlanders are helping from all the way here in West Texas, coming up on CBS 7 News at 9. Good evening. Thanks for joining us for CBS 7 News on the CW, and thanks for joining us live on the CBS 7 YouTube. I'm Alexandra, Macia. The Midland ISD Board of Trustees accepted the Bond Committee's recommendation to have a single bond for the November election. CBS 7's Noe Ortega was at the meeting and joins us live with more. Noe?
Well, the Board of Trustees voted 6-1 to place this on the upcoming ballot, though there were some negatives pointed toward the amount of money and time it'll take for these propositions to become a reality. The majority agreed it must be done. In the last couple of months, the Bond Committee had been going back and forth about what items are a must and which ones can wait. Those meetings led to recommending single and multiple props. However, the committee made a final decision.
This is a unique opportunity for the community to reap the benefits of our own success by keeping more of our tax dollars here in Midland, while providing improved safety and security for our kids.
The other improvements involved 2 comprehensive high schools, middle school improvements to aging facilities, and a new elementary school. Once the recommendation passed, people in the audience were celebrating and seemed excited for this recommendation passing. For CBS 7 First Alert News, I'm Noe Ortega.
We really want everyone in our community to have their pets microchipped, so we never have to wonder, if this pet does belong to someone.
Officials say the best way to keep your pet safe is to microchip, fix and vaccinate, and be sure it is unable to run away. Today is National Check the Chip Day. The day comes amid the death of Luna, a Midland dog who was euthanized before her owner could find her. One Midland animal advocate group is offering affordable microchip services this month to honor her. Her owner posted she was missing last week. Her death was announced yesterday, and she was euthanized before her owner could find her. Luna arrived at Midland Animal Services on August 11th. After discovering she wasn't chipped, she was then vaccinated, dewormed, given a microchip, and placed in a pod.
We scanned her for a microchip. She did not have one, so we did not know she had an owner.
Midland Animal Services staff says she had an illness, an untreatable dog virus making its way across the U.S. Officials say a microchip may have been the solution, and they are looking at ways to offer more affordable microchipping services alongside improving animal services so this never happens again. Looking across West Texas, the Andrews Police Department took to Facebook today to warn residents. According to their post, scammers are once again spoofing the police department's number and pretending to be the Andrews police chief. To try and extort money out of citizens, the department is reminding everyone that calls like this are a scam. And an update for you, water is now back on in Pecos after residents without water for most of the day. City officials say that this is because crews had shut it down to make a repair. The repair was needed after a line broke at the city water yard. Officials say water services will remain uninterrupted and that they anticipate the restoration of full water pressure by tomorrow. We'll continue to follow this story as it develops. And it's time to take a look at weather. Chief Meteorologist Tom Teeper-Teller is here to tell us what we can expect. Tom?
Well, at least most areas got a break from the heat today. Well, a little bit of a break. Let's take a look at those high temperatures. I called 94 out at the Miller National Air and Spaceport a wind. That's actually 2 degrees cooler than the normal temperature this time of the year. 97 out towards Pecos. Most areas were into the 90s except triple digits showing up around the Dryden area, up to 101 this afternoon. Looks like everybody's going to get in on that tomorrow. So let's enjoy the evening while we can. We're now down to 89 out at the Miller National Air and Spaceport, so a little warmer into the overnight hours across West Texas and southeast of Mexico as there's not much breeze to deal with A light east to southeast wind is all we're dealing with along that front. Those temperatures warming back up. In fact, we'll see those triple digits back with us starting tomorrow, continuing into the weekend. Then some ups and downs on temperatures, but nothing too mild anytime soon.
Thanks, Tom. Now for a story that's all new at 9. Locally owned Occasions Fine Jewelry in Midland was recognized as one of the coolest jewelry stores in America. President and CEO Michael Fleck grew up in jewelry stores, and he says Occasions is both his passion and his home.
I always said that this was kind of my love letter to Midland, Texas, and for it to get that recognition is exciting.
Occasions Fine Jewelry in Midland was named one of America's coolest jewelry stores by In-Store magazine.
Midland's just such a cool town. It gets bad reputation a lot of the time, and I don't understand why. So to get a chance to say, hey, no, we do have cool in this town, and we do things that are neat and are interesting is everything that I wanted.
President and CEO Michael Fleck's father founded the store in 1989.
It was in the old service drug, and it was one case of jewelry and his workbench.
The store was renovated and expanded in 2021 to be symbolic of Midland.
A lot of taupes and a lot of browns, because Midland has a lot of taupes and a lot of browns, but then little splashes of green and a lot of splashes of orange and purple, kind of like a West Texas sunset.
Occasions competed against more than 80 stores across the country with 7 or more employees for the recognition.
Jewelry stores have had a reputation for a long time as being stuffy and intimidating. And if a store concentrates on its vibe, its appearance, and everything to do with social media marketing, it lowers the threshold for entering a jewelry store.
Managing editor of In-Store magazine, Eileen McClelland, says they recruit a panel of judges to select the winners.
Graded on store design, marketing, online presence, and individuality. And Occasions scored high across the board in those areas.
Fleck says he thinks if you've never been in and gave them a chance, you'll find a friendly face and feel at home. Now for a look at today's top headlines shown here in real time with real viewers on CBS7.com. See all of these stories and more by downloading our app or visiting our website at CBS7.com. And still ahead, how you can help Maui residents from right here in West Texas. That's next on CBS7 News at 9. Already the deadliest U.S. wildfire in over a century. The damage from the Maui wildfires is estimated at close to $6 billion, and the governor says it will take an incredible amount of time to recover. The Red Cross here in Midland is looking for any help to make sure Maui residents can recover sooner rather than later. With only a quarter of the Maui wildfire burn area searched, the death toll of what's already one of the deadliest U.S. wildfires could still rise significantly. There's no way of knowing what the final number is going to be, so Red Crosses all over the country are helping the people on the island of Maui.
And our love of neighbor is what makes the Permian Basin so special. And so that's what I call on the people of the Permian Basin to remember they're just like us. They love their families. And yet, through no fault of their own, they have been displaced. And so that's why I ask people to help, because they are in great need right now.
If you want to help out, the American Red Cross is only accepting money donations since it will be the most effective way to deliver help to the island. The Red Cross in Midland is planning on sending people to Maui so that they can help those in need. And FEMA is working closely with state, county, and federal partners to aid active response efforts and to help survivors after deadly wildfires in Maui. Hawaii Electric crews are working to remove debris and restore power. Residents are demanding answers. Hawaii's utility company says it's investigating whether its power lines, which were lashed by 80-mile-per-hour winds, ignited the fire. Hawaiian Electric does not have a shutoff program like some other power companies.
It would require coordination with first responders, and as you have probably seen and maybe even reported, that in Lahaina, the electricity powers the pumps that provide the water.
In many instances, there was no water to pump. Fire crews had no water pressure. A utility official tells CBS News they ran dry when water leaked from fire-damaged pipes. President Biden says he will visit Maui soon, but doesn't want to get in the way of recovery efforts. Hawaiian Electric lost $1 billion on Monday as anxious shareholders dumped its stock. It's lost another third of its value today. CBS7's parent company, Gray Television, is also helping send relief to Hawaii in partnership with the Salvation Army. If you would like to donate, visit our website, CBS7.com, and search Hope for Hawaii.
A pretty quiet day weather-wise across West Texas, enjoying some nicer temperatures. The heat's going to return. We'll talk about all that coming up next.
Now, from the CBS7 First Alert Weather Center, here's Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller.
Well, we have been looking at a nicer day out there. Temperatures around 94 degrees, only 2 degrees below where we should be this time of the year. So it's still hot, but at least it's not triple digits. But unfortunately, that's coming back. The stationary front, the front that brought all this, really starting to wash out. We may see it develop an isolated shower, thunder shower tomorrow, but everything's done for tonight. As we look outside on our live iCam in Odessa, not as breezy as last night, not as comfortable, but still not too bad at 89 degrees, 86 up towards Andrews. Looking at 92 in Pecos and much milder down towards the Davis Mountains this evening. We did get up in a triple-digit territory in Terlingua and Dryden a little bit earlier, and we're going to see a lot of that again tomorrow as this northerly flow is going to shift more to the northwest, and we'll see a return of southerly winds at ground level as this big area of high pressure rumbles back towards West Texas. And as it does, those temperatures are going to go up and things are going to remain dry. So back to the summer weather pattern that we had been dealing with. Yeah, but it was nice while it lasted there on those temperatures. Now, a few showers, thunder showers out in the northwest Gulf of Mexico with a little disturbances bringing some showers in across portions of South Texas, but that's really about it rain-wise across the state as we are looking at that stationary front again lining up from near El Paso down towards the lower Trans-Pecos and then into central Texas. It's kind of going to wash out in these areas, dissipate, so really not becoming a factor in our forecast here over the next few days as the southerly winds return. And temperatures out there this evening, again, a lot nicer with the 80s from Dallas-Fort Worth back towards West Texas. And the Texas Panhandle South Plains have been really nice with temperatures staying into the 80s. Now, in the way of isolated showers, thunder showers, again, with that dying front, we may see something pop up tomorrow afternoon, but really very dry mid to upper levels of the atmosphere, preventing any showers, thunder showers from developing, and the lack of rain is going to hang around in our forecast tonight. Pretty quiet conditions. It won't be hot as we'll see temperatures down into the lower 70s tomorrow. Temperatures up around 100 plus out there across the area, so a little on the hot side as we get back into those triple digits, and that's a trend for the rest of the week and into the weekend. We'll have some temperatures ups and downs starting Sunday with a weak front or two in the forecast, but nothing that's really going to impact the weather in a big way. High pressure still going to remain in control, so hot and dry conditions looks like through next week.
A look at the Odessa High Broncos and Midland Christian Mustangs. Those pigskin previews up next.
Now, sports with Jair Brooks Davis from the Ford Sports Desk.
We continue our pigskin preview, and it stays locally here in Odessa and Midland. The Odessa High Broncos will be led by another quarterback this year, plus standout wide receiver Ivan Carrion, as they look to make a run for district playoffs.
Kids know what to expect, and they're meeting those expectations.
I feel like we just need to step up and make big plays when we need to, and just stay consistent throughout all 4 quarters.
And the big guy who will be expected to make those big plays is senior and Oklahoma commit Ivan Carrion.
You put the ball anywhere around him, he's going to be able to catch that ball, but it's just neat to see that he's continuing to grow and continue to improve, and we look for a big year from him this year.
And outside of Ivan, the Broncos have running back DeJuan Green and a deep receiving core.
We have some other pretty good receivers this year. With Jalen Warren, he's pretty good. He could catch the ball and just get shifty with it, go score a touchdown. We have another sophomore on the other side across from me, and Andrew takes attention off me, and I can't get doubled or tripled no more because we have other people that can make plays.
With quarterback Jalen Jones graduating, junior Mikey Cota will be leading the Bronco offense.
Working with Mikey is great. He's a great quarterback, a lot of talent. He's putting a lot of work. I've also worked with him this summer a lot. We've been building our chemistry ever since he got here. And it's just been good. He's a good dude. He's a good competitor, and I like working with him. And I love him as a quarterback.
It's just exciting. It's exciting to fill the role. I grew up as a kid always wanting to play on Friday Night Lights, playing quarterback, and now I have the opportunity to do that at 6A level.
Let's go, hustle out, let's go.
The defense will be led by returning safety Javen Gonzalez, along with Zayman Harez and Drayshawn Douglas.
I think our strength on defense is our secondary, which is going to allow us to do some things with our front in order to do what we need to do to be successful on defense.
I feel like we matured a lot throughout the years. I mean, we've been all playing together, especially the group that we have now. They've been on JV together. We came together as like a family and stuff, and we really understand our jobs on the defense, and we can really like produce.
Our preseason, our pre-district games, we got to make sure that we prepare ourselves to play all 4 quarters, execute on a high level, and just continuing to be hungry and continue to improve.
Now taking it over to Midland Christian, the Mustangs enter their 2nd year under head coach Chris Cunningham. They made it into the 2nd round of playoffs in 2022. CBS7 sports director Jacob Brandenburg has more on them.
For Midland Christian, stout lineman Fiki Hassan sets the tone.
Just his leadership and his character, the integrity that he goes about doing things with. And so when he encourages and pushes people around him, they respond just because of who he is.
Honestly, they're just asking me to lead, but I see like everyone's been leading. It's just kind of how Midland Christian is, everyone's leading. But as a senior especially, they kind of look at you to provide that leadership role.
Fiki and the defensive line will be counted on this year.
Oh, I think it's probably one of the strongest groups we've had in a while. We have 5 seniors with varsity experience that have been playing varsity since sophomore year.
On the back end, the Mustangs return safeties Colton Newsom and Boston Rodriguez.
Me and Colton have played, this will be our 2nd year together starting back there. We have a lot of chemistry. We know the defense inside and out, and we feel like we can lead that defense very well. A lot of turnovers this year, a lot of big hits, a lot of excitement, a lot of hype.
Newsom is one of 3 competing Mustang quarterbacks with Avery Morgan and Grant Muniz.
I mean, well, whoever is going to be out of the 3 of us, I think we're all good team players, so it's more about the team than one of us. So I think whoever gets it, we'll all have different spots on the field that we'll contribute at and go from there.
One of the biggest strengths for this team is running back. Midland High transfer Briley Perez joins the backfield with 2 returning all-district rushers.
Oh, we got some dogs. We've got Keller Weathers, we've got Briley Perez, we've got Gage Gunner, 3-headed monster there at running back, and I think the offense that we've put him in is just going to do great things for them.
If everybody is staying disciplined in anything we do, whether it's at school or it's on the field or it's on the locker room, that's how you get there. That's how you get to the state championships and the district championships, is everybody being disciplined.
You know, state championship is a goal for us, and I think they've earned the right to set that goal given their tradition. It's not that goal that's going to get you there. It's that, hey, we're going to be here every day for practice. We're going to bring all we have, and on these kind of days, we're going to lift up our brothers when they're having a tough day. Those are the goals on a daily basis that you've got to reach if you're going to reach that big one.
So the Pigskin Preview continues tomorrow with more schools from the local area. Tonight at 10, we'll see more from Odessa High Volleyball as they take on Monahans in non-district play. Well, that will do it for now in sports at 6. Stick around. We've got more to come after the break.
Still ahead, scientists name a newly discovered snake species after Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford's character Indiana Jones famously can't stand snakes, but now the actor has a species named after him. Meet Tachymenoides harrisonfordi. Now that's a mouthful and I probably got that one wrong, but scientists discovered this new type of slender snake in Peru last year. A single male snake of this species, measuring 16 inches long, was discovered sunbathing in a swamp in the Andes Mountains. They named the species after Ford in honor of his decades-long environmental advocacy, and this is the third species named after the actor. The other two are an ant and a spider. Ford joked he can't understand why scientists keep naming critters that terrify children after him. Tom, I don't like snakes.
Snakes. Why did it always have to be snakes?
I don't know, and honestly...
No, that's from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Great joke.
You need to watch that movie.
I should. I really should. I just think I would be not offended, but I don't want to be named after a snake or a snake to be named after me. It is an honor.
That's forever.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Good looking snake too.
Yeah.
Anyway, not too great a forecast. Snakes wouldn't like this. They'll go underground with these triple digits we're going to be dealing with here over the next few days. Today, 94 degrees. We're going to be wishing for it, as will be about 10 degrees warmer than that coming up on Thursday. Rain remains a problem. Not much of it in the forecast anytime soon, as we're continuing with the dog days of summer.
All right, well, I'm not looking forward to the sun, but hopefully we can get some rain soon. Thanks for watching CBS 7 First Alert News at 9 OCW. We have more news coming up tonight on CBS 7 News at 10.